Some developments are happening with the Jade Cargill situation, so we'll see what's new there. We'll also check out Naomi and Bianca's revealing comments about a heel turn, starting things off with what the latest news for the Jade Cargill situation that feels like we're closer than ever to seeing some big reveals from this story. Ever since this story started, there's truly only ever been two main suspects, and that's Bianca Belair and Naomi. Fans have tried suggesting other names to be the attacker, but one by one, all those theories fell apart, and Bianca and Naomi remain as the only solid options. The last real remaining question we've been asking here on WrestlingWorldCC is, if Bianca did it by herself, did Naomi do it by herself, or did they both do it together? That's like the last real question here for this entire mystery. Was it a solo act or a double attack from the duo? The latest clue we discussed earlier in the week was the pre-match attack that Naomi and Bianca Belair did on Liv and Raquel. We mentioned how Naomi and Bianca sure looked like they were experts at ambush attacks there during that moment, and it made us wonder if they pulled off a similar double ambush attack on Jade Cargill back in November. So that's been the latest clue there, but with the impending doom of the reveal and somebody turning heel between Bianca and Naomi, this has fans very excited to see what the heel version of these women may look like. Well, thankfully, thanks to some recent interviews, Bianca and Naomi have both shared their personal thoughts on the idea of their WWE characters turning heel. So these comments from these interviews are pretty significant because a heel turn is about to go down for somebody in the coming days. So let's take a look at how Naomi and Bianca are approaching that character change. Bianca Belair recently spoke with Fightful and had this to say about the concept of turning heel in WWE. I feel like I never say never, but I will say that it would have to be something that's substantial and a bigger picture to it, just because I feel like behind a babyface and a successful babyface that's consistently able to keep their name in the top of the conversation, that's very hard to get. Once you get it, you really don't want to let go of that. I feel like the longer you can hold on to that, if that heel turn happens, the bigger that heel turn will be. But what I will say is that if that does happen, I want to be the heel that people would not like. And I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if everybody else is ready for that. End quote. While Naomi, on the other hand, recently spoke with the Huge Pop podcast and had this to say about herself turning heel. I do love what Naomi has done and become at this point. However, I don't ever want to become stagnant or complacent or coasting. I do feel like there is a time for the glow or the character of Naomi to change or evolve. I'm always up for that challenge, and I'm always thinking and pushing myself. Also, I don't want to force anything, and I feel like that timing has to be right and thought out. For me to change after being so connected and established, and with something that still works, I would want it to be worth it, and I would want to go all in with it. End quote. Naomi went on to say that if she does turn heel, they would have to go all the way with it. She got to be nasty and dirty, like something that no one has ever seen before. So that's where both women stand right now with their personal thoughts on turning heel. But the big $1 million question is, who is more likely to turn heel right now in the immediate future with this upcoming Jade Cargill attacker reveal? It's been a crazy few weeks of going back and forth between Bianca and Naomi, but we're going to have to lean a bit more towards Naomi here for the closing days of this mystery storyline. And that selection was inspired by some of the things that Naomi did say about turning heel, because some of the things she said there about what she would like her heel character to be like, it sounds like that's a heel character that can absolutely be created through the reveal of being the actual Jade Cargill attacker. Naomi said it right there, that she wants her heel self to be basically the complete polar opposite of what babyface Naomi is, with the entire glow persona and character. The glow version of Naomi is a happy character that's always such a great vibe. She's dancing, she's smiling, she lights up the room, she's the life of the party. So now if we were to imagine a heel version of that character, you got to flip all those traits and characteristics on its head. There'll obviously be no more smiling, no more dancing, no more getting along with everyone. Just a hostile, brutal force that's taking what's hers and not giving anyone the time of day. As Naomi described it herself, just a character that's so nasty and dirty as a person. And funny enough, it's exactly the kind of opportunity this Jade Cargill situation would provide for Naomi's character. The glow persona has not become boring at all. It's still a lot of fun, but like Naomi said, you can't run something into the ground forever. It is nice to switch it up a bit early instead of switching it up too late. So maybe it is the perfect time to bring this drastic change to Naomi's character, and just go back to November and look at all the parts of the story that would make Naomi just a monstrous and dirty person if it truly was her behind the attack. She did the attack not to just anyone, she did it to a friend. You may even say a very close best friend. On top of doing the attack, Naomi faked her care and was even there when the ambulance loaded Jade Cargill in. Just a sick and twisted act if it really was Naomi. And then on that same night of November 22nd, can't forget that Naomi did tweet out that she attempted to even visit Jade Cargill in the hospital, but was turned away since they were only allowing family into the room. Naomi took to her social media platforms to complain about that because she felt like she was family to Jade Cargill. So by Naomi making that claim, that makes her seem even more demented and twisted. She considers Jade Cargill family and still deliver that attack to her. She was there when the ambulance came and even wanted to visit Jade in the hospital for an attack that she herself did to Jade. It really doesn't get any more sick and twisted than those few acts right there. On top of that, you also throw in the fact that she perfectly set everything up for herself to be the main beneficiary of Jade's absence. Naomi stepped into the role of being Bianca's tag team partner, won the tag team titles, completely erased Jade Cargill out of the picture, and continued to throw everyone off the scent of what actually happened for several months. And she continued to lie about her actions and blame it on anyone else that looked guilty. And remember that Naomi even said on multiple occasions that she was offended that fans were even suspecting it was her behind the attack. Even the day after the attack took place, Naomi was literally responding to nearly every single fan tweet that was pointing her way of being the attacker and telling them why they were crazy for thinking it was her. So don't let it be Naomi behind the attack, because if it was Naomi, that would be one of the most sick and disgusting best friend betrayals that the company has probably ever seen. Sure, we see big sudden heel turning moments every so often, but this Naomi heel turn is like an elaborate multi-month heist that was just detailed and twisted in every way. What's also taking Bianca Belair's name out of the list of suspects for us here on WrestlingWorldCC is the fact that Bianca Belair is the favorite after all to win the Elimination Chamber match, meaning that Bianca Belair is about to enter a major WrestleMania feud with Rhea Ripley, so it'll be pretty difficult to juggle Bianca being the attacker and facing Rhea at WrestleMania. That's what makes it seem like Bianca takes on Rhea, while Jade Cargill returns to put Naomi on blast for being a sick and twisted backstabbing friend that has had everyone fooled for months. And with the February 28th Elimination Chamber kickoff, we saw Liv Morgan and Raquel officially announced that they didn't attack Jade Cargill, which led to Naomi and Bianca instantly hitting them with another ambush attack. Then on SmackDown later in the night, Bayley is seen backstage with Bianca and Naomi and tells them that everyone knows it was Liv and Raquel who attacked Jade Cargill. Naomi and Bianca's faces definitely change a bit when this is said. They glance at each other and once again double down that Liv and Raquel did the attack. But in reality, ain't nothing changed. These are still our main suspects here. There's even a large portion of fans that have been suspicious of Bayley from the very start as well. So maybe Bayley's inclusion here is to feed that narrative. But reports continue to say the same thing, that Jade Cargill is expected back literally any day now. So this big reveal and all these twists and turns could truly be happening real soon. So no more hiding and blaming others. Bianca or Naomi or the both of them are going to have to answer to Jade Cargill, who is about to reveal the truth to everyone here real soon. Is it at Elimination Chamber? Is it shortly after? We're surely about to find out.
What are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.